Watching HSN. We are in the midst of 2 hours of fashion with Marla Wynne. I'm Tamara Hooks, I'm your host. And we're gonna get to your look in just a second because I think you look amazing. If you want the duster that I have on, it's our weekly deal drop. We'll have another presentation of it. But we've kind of been teasing.
I love these.
With this top. So we're gonna get to it. This is your open mesh, easy fit, short sleeve top, a short sleeve sweater. We've got it for you in this mustard color, which is a perfect match for the duster that I'm wearing. We've got it in sand, so it's gonna be sand and cloud, mustard and cloud, chambray and cloud, and then black and cloud.
I have to tell you the funniest story about these. So inside, if you go to Facebook, to info, to Marla Wynne Collection on Facebook, there is inside there this thing called the Winner's Circle. And somebody wrote, this new top is very boxy. And she didn't like it. Okay. And the other ladies wrote, you do know, because I don't write anything in that, that's their thing.
Yeah.
You do know this is a fan club. But here's something I want to say. First of all, I really appreciate everybody's comments. And this is a boxy piece. That is exactly what it is. It was intended to be that. So if you don't like that super easy, kind of flowy, very comfortable, won't cling to your body, kind of cute summer look. If you don't like all those things, don't buy this.
It's a lot for you.
But if you want something that's easy and fun, and just because something's boxy does not mean that it has to overwhelm you. Witness Carol. In fact, you could even tuck that, do a little front tuck with that, couldn't you, Carol?
I could.
Do you know how?
That's the question.
Well, see, you just kind of shove a part of it in as if you forgot.
Okay.
But so it is a very easy boxy piece. Now, here's what you do. Go down a size or two if you don't like the fit on this.
Okay.
Right? And so the more you go down here, I'm going to show you something on the girls.
Okay.
The more you go down, so this is a mesh stitch. This is also, double check, you know what, will you double check the content on this? Because I think it's a cotton.
It's a viscose nylon.
Oh, it's viscose nylon. Okay, and by the way, it looks really good under the dusters. But here's the thing. As you go in on this, right, so it's about that much per size, right? So let's say, so if you're an extra small, you're SOL. However, if you're my size and you want something that's a little more fitted, I could go down to a small, and then that's what happens with a boxy piece. So it is what it is by intention. Why? Because in the summer, and we're going to talk about these pants in a minute for the same reason, I do love something which covers my body. It's my public service not to go nude down the streets of New York because, you know, people do. It's New York, you know. So I like pieces in the summer that float on me, that are barely there, because New York, you can drink the air. You know that, well, you guys have it too. You just kind of walk in and it's like, there's that much moisture in the air, and it's just, I miss it all winter long, and then it comes and I start complaining about that. So I have a complaint for every season, and I know you find that shocking. But so I want you to understand the plus of wearing a piece like this. So what size are you wearing, babe?
Large.
You're in the large. So how do you feel, honestly, how do you feel about a boxy piece like this?
I like this.
Because what I like about it, it is shorter. So it's gonna look great with a fuller pant, which is what you're wearing. If you're built, excuse me, like Carol, oh, you attempting a half tuck?
Oh, you want half?
Well, that's kind of like a tuck, a whole tuck. So
You want
you just
just a
kind of,
little something?
yeah, just, Sydney should come out here and do this,
know.
but
We need Sydney.
I know we do. But you just kind of, just tuck it in loosely, right? So you get a nice little look that way. They're very lightweight, these pieces, super lightweight, float on the body, super comfy. I like a boxy piece I love it with the flatter fit. I love that sort of, if it's fashion on the top, it's fit on the bottom, right? If it's flowy on the top, it's skinny
Just
on the
for
bottom.
talking about that.
Right?
Yeah.
I do feel that way about it.
Yeah.
So I do tend to wear a skinnier pant with it than I do a fuller pant, but whatever works for you, you know?
Yes, I mean, I know you're loving it though, because the way that the girls are wearing it, really casual, really easy. A lot of you are picking it up in this mustard to go back right along
It's
with
so
your
good with that,
duster.
right?
I know.
Wait, and look.
Yes.
So we got,
We
if
have the
you pick this,
chambray.
which I think is a great look.
I think so too.
Look at that, with a white pair of pants.
Love that.
That is a great look. These two pieces together. Let me tell you why I do love sweaters in the summer, because you hear the word sweater and you think sweat, right? Like, I don't want to sweat in a sweater in the summer. Yeah. No, 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 no. First of all, that's why we do open stitches. That's why we use the fibers that we use. But most importantly, almost everything I wear all summer, and I don't care if it's my cotton or linen or poplin, everything ends up wrinkling. My sweaters do not. My sweaters stay crisp and clean, and I don't feel like that wrinkled little mess that I actually am throughout the summer months.
That's a good point.
Well, it's just a fact.
Yeah, and we don't think about it like
No,
that.
and you think sweater, oh, no, I can't. But first of all, everywhere I go, right, like you walk out